Virgo, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your November energy forecast. So October was quite a turbulent month, and of course, jumping into eclipse season and Scorpio season pretty much at the same time did not help things much. We had that new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio energy on October 25th, continuing the storyline that began in the fall of 2021. For you, this particular energy, this particular spiritual life lesson has been about your belief system, constantly being challenged by the information coming in from the cosmos, from the world around you, really challenging what it is that you actually believe in, especially when it comes into the limiting beliefs that you've had within yourself. So we're coming into November, and I would recommend that you go ahead, you listen to November's energy forecast, where I can go into a little bit more detail on what these astro events are going to mean for us. But we come in smack dab in the middle of Scorpio season and in the middle of eclipse season. And of course, we will have the full moon total lunar eclipse in Taurus energy on November 8th. That will close the door on eclipse season for 2022. This is the storyline that I was talking about, and this is highlighting for you the ninth house of your higher self, of your intuition, of your spiritual and philosophical beliefs. And the ninth house is also really where it is that you get to observe from a higher perspective on why certain things had to happen in order to land you in this particular position in your life. Now, the full moon is going to illuminate where it is that you kind of have to get back to some basics in your beliefs about what is very important in your life, starting with the routine that you have, how you're waking up in the day, what it is that you're telling yourself throughout the day, who it is that you're sharing your time, your energy, your space with, and what it is that you're actually actively working towards as far as goals go. This ninth house is definitely going to kind of put you in a state of reflection, I would say, only so that you can realize where it is that you want to go for here. We're definitely looking out at the greater, grander horizon of the possibilities that we now see for ourselves. And we are definitely gaining a little bit more momentum as far as our optimism and confidence goes to put ourselves out there in ways that we normally would hide away from. So this particular energy is going to carry us in and prepare us for 2023. But this ninth house is definitely showing you where it is that a new adventure, a new quest, a new truth, a new perception of knowledge is definitely leading you in initiating these brand new quests, these brand new chapters moving forward. Now, I will tell you the bulk of your life lessons, the bulk of the energy this month is going to be focused on your home, on the family dynamics, on creating and implementing some boundaries within those personal relationships, and recognizing where it is that some new foundations in your life need to be kind of strengthened, need to be built in order for you to actually move forward. We have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure, moving into Sagittarius energy on the 16th. And this is going to be illuminating your fourth house. All the Sagittarius energy placements that we are going to experience throughout the month are going to be adding a huge emphasis, a huge spotlight to this fourth house, which again is your home. It's your family dynamic. It's where it is that you need new boundaries to be put in place so that you have enough energy to start kind of taking care of yourself the way that you're so easily up for taking care of other people. Now, Venus is very focused on relationships. She's very focused on her worth. She's very focused on, kind of reprioritizing what matters and who matters to her. And in Scorpio energy, we were kind of sitting in the funk. We had to sit in the shadow realm of our thoughts, of our emotions, really kind of peel back the layers of our fears, of our doubts, of our insecurities in order to actually realize what it is that we actually desire, what we crave, especially when it comes to our relationships relationships. Well, in Sag energy, we are definitely looking to lighten the vibe. We are looking to kind of bust out of our comfort zones and experience life from a brand new perspective. And Venus moving into Sag, we just kind of want to have fun. We want to let our hair down a little bit. We do have a new truth that we're standing in, but we also want to kind of explore the realm of possibilities that we weren't open to not that long ago. So having Venus in this Sag energy in this fourth house is definitely putting a focus on reconnecting and rebalancing the scales in your home life and in some of the family dynamics that got a little bit out of whack through some of the pressure, some of the changes, and some of the transformations. On the 17th, we have Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information and communication, and also your ruler, moving into Sagittarius energy as well. Again, adding to the spotlight of the fourth house of home and family dynamics. Now, Mercury in Sag is a lot of big ideas, a lot of big dreams. We do have a tendency to bite off more than we can chew with Mercury being in Sag. And when it comes to communication and expressing ourselves, we tend to be very blunt, very straightforward, and we really do have to practice using a filter. There's nothing wrong with speaking truth. There's nothing wrong with getting straight to the point, but we tend to be a little bit rigid, a little bit too blunt in our delivery, and we can really kind of disturb and hurt some feelings if we're not careful. Because Mercury is moving into Sag, we are definitely more optimistic and confident, especially with the thoughts and emotions that we're looking to express and share with other people. But because this is the fourth house spotlight for you, I would say that this is going to definitely put into perspective some of the goals that you are looking to kind of aim the home and family dynamics into, the new foundation that actually needs to be built. Yes, there's a new spark, a new fire, a new flame, a new energy coming to all of us because we just went through the death phase in Scorpio energy, and this is essentially the rebirth. But there's a lot of new, good, grand ideas coming to you that will really put into perspective where it is that you want to make some changes, make some improvements, really see a lot of growth take place in the home and in the family dynamic. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Sagittarius energy, initiating Sagittarius season. And again, this is going to be spotlighting your fourth house. So the sun is our life force energy. It shines a bright light on what it is that we need to kind of do and put our energy into and learn and embody. And seeing as we are in Sagittarius energy, we are looking to have a better perspective and a better understanding of the tougher life lessons that, of course, we've just gone through. That is very much the Scorpio energy that we're just moving out of. And then we renew ourselves in Sagittarius energy. We are kind of refreshing our trust, our faith within ourselves, within our family, within a universe, within the world around us. And the Sag energy, especially illuminating this fourth house for you, is about kind of pushing the boundaries of the comfort zone that we've likely built in the home, in the actual environment, but also in some of those relationship dynamics. We talk about boundaries in the fourth house, and Sag energy doesn't really like boundaries because they're limits in what it is that we're able to think and to feel and to accomplish. So there is a little bit of conflict there. However, this is about busting out of that comfort zone to see what is possible when we remove those boundaries. And Sag energy is very hopeful. It's very positive. It's very optimistic, and shining the bright light of the sun on this particular fourth house for you means that there is a lot of hope, a lot of faith, a lot of healthy relationships being reborn into the home and into the family dynamic. On the 23rd, we have the new moon taking place in Sag energy. Yep, you guessed it. also in the 4th house. So this is at a 1 degree, which means that we are essentially closing the door on the last 2.5 years of topsy-turvy ups and downs that we've experienced in our home environment and in those personal relationships. A lot of that was a lack of boundaries in realizing where it is that we have to show up for ourselves just as much as we show up for those that we love. And now we get to kind of set our intentions, our focus on what it is that we want to experience for the next 2.5 year cycle. The hardest part with the Sag energy is trying to actually focus on what it is that we want to experience, to focus on one goal, one path, one direction. We tend to be very scattered in what it is that we want to experience because we have a new life force energy. We were just reborn. We were just resurrected. We have a different set of eyes. We want to experience the world in a different way from this perspective. And because of that, we can have too many irons in the fire and not very focused on what it is that we actually want to accomplish. Because this is in the 4th house, this has a lot to do with where it is that you want to see the home in its structure, in its environment, in its safety, in its security, the family members, the relationships in it, where you want to see that grow, where you want to see it improve, what it is that you want, the home life to experience as a whole, and really bust out of the confines, the limitations, and the boundaries that obviously created more of a prison than a home of safety and security. So it's definitely going to be a powerful time to set your sights on what it is that you want to see happen to the home and the family environment over the next 2-year cycle. On the same day, just hours after the new moon takes place, we have Jupiter, who rules over Sagittarius season, over the new moon, over the Sagittarius energy. Jupiter is about to go direct in Pisces. So Jupiter is about growth and expansion. He's about beliefs and blessings and abundance. And he went retrograde and crept back into the Piscean energy at the end of October. And retrograde in Pisces energy, it was a little bit of a timeout. We got to rest. We got to reflect. We got to kind of revisit some old dreams, some old goals, some old ideas. We got to reconnect with our soul, with our spirit, with our higher selves, and really kind of redefine what it is that we need to be doing in our lives in order to grow, in order to push the boundaries of our experience, and of course, to really change our beliefs. Now, I want to throw something at you, rewind to the end of 2020, maybe the beginning of 2021 for you. We entered into a new phase of learning when Jupiter entered into Pisces. And now that he is at the final degrees of Pisces, there's a sense of completion, a sense of mastery, where a certain topic and theme was highlighted. And for you, Jupiter has been highlighting your 7th house of partnerships, of relationships, and how it is that you share yourself, your energy in the world with other people. So having Jupiter go direct in Pisces in this 7th house means that you're definitely bringing a lot of, I'm going to say, karmic relationships to an end, to a close, in order for a new level of those relationships to begin. I think that you are doing a lot of soul healing where a lot of pain and trauma had been accumulated by past relationships. And I think that with Jupiter really pushing the boundaries of where it is that you need to grow and where it is that you need to kind of open up your heart and open up your head, you will likely be put in a position where you're going to have new people, soul family members, enter into the realm of your reality to really show you what is possible when you aren't so guarded and you aren't so resistant to change. So some of the things that I would like to kind of plant into your mind for you to focus on as you move throughout the month is that you are coming to a certain ending, a certain closure, especially where your beliefs are concerned. And we just talked about Jupiter being in Pisces energy and the beliefs around your personal relationships and sharing yourself with other people. It definitely has been a very tough love life lesson that you've had to go through over the last 2.5 year cycle where your personal relationships are concerned. But it's almost like you've reached the peak of the mountain at this point, and you're looking back on the struggle, on the pain, on the trauma, and really realizing where that spiritual lesson pushed you into a place of power and understanding and perception of your own personal issues. Now, every single time we reach an ending point, it means that we are about to jump into a brand new beginning. And we definitely see the ending and the beginning of a cycle when we come out of Scorpio season and we jump into Sagittarius season. I feel like you are about to jump into a brand new adventure, a brand new quest, a brand new path or direction where you're kind of setting yourself free in a lot of ways. And I think you're setting yourself free from some roles and responsibilities, some obligations and commitments to other people that have literally been sucking the life out of you, and some relationship dynamics, some friendships, some interactions that are very life force energy draining as well. I think that you are always someone that wants to maintain a strong foundation, a sense of who it is that you are. However, I feel like life has happened in such a way that whether you like it or not, you have been changed, good, bad, or otherwise. That is up to you to decide. I feel like because you are constantly trying to stabilize and provide safety and security for everyone else in your life, that it would be advisable, especially with all of this energy and attention focused on your fourth house of home and family and boundaries and foundation, that you kind of rework a couple of things so that you can make sure that you are supported in what it is that you need, what it is that you want, and what it is that you desire as well. This is essentially the, I'm going to say ground floor that we are currently constructing in order to make sure that we have a strong enough foundation put into place to prepare ourselves for what we're about to build in 2023. So it would be advisable that you kind of take the hint, take the cues from the universe, pull away from showing up and being of service to other people, and really put that time, energy, and effort into stabilizing, securing yourself. I think that your mind is changing about a lot. And I would say that some of the old ideas, the old projects, the old goals, the old dreams and visions that you had that maybe didn't get to come to life or be brought into fruition are creeping up on you again. Maybe this is a second chance at bringing something that you're very passionate about to life that you just didn't get enough time and energy to pour into the first time. It very much feels like you're being asked by the universe on what it is you want to do from here and where it is you want to go from here and who it is that you want to take with you. And I feel like you are just someone who throws yourself into work and keep yourself busy so that you can avoid trying to think about those particular situations and scenarios. But now would be the best time to give yourself permission to really, acknowledge what it is that your heart and your head are asking you to pursue from here, because I do believe that you have grown a little bit bored and discontent with some of the elements in your lives, and it is time to kind of add some spice, which of course Sag season is all about. So Virgo, I hope that was helpful. I hope that you resonated with some of the messages. And if nothing else, I hope that you just take the time to pour into yourself and nourish yourself and nurture yourself back to a place of safety, security, and stability. I hope you have a great November. We'll talk to you soon.